Hello, my name is Navigator, and before we start the video, I do want to say I had some trouble with my video, and I kind of took a take of this before, and I opened it out of the box and everything, but for some reason that got corrupted, so we're just going to kind of do this guerrilla style a little bit. Here's the box right here. Today we're going to be unboxing the Jazzwares Spartan Collection Spartan Mark VII. This is, of course, the armor that is heavily featured in the Halo Infinite video game, which I am a massive fan of. But it honestly works out for you guys, because we don't have to go through the whole unboxing thing. We can just get right to the figure. And honestly, if you guys prefer this style of just kind of getting the box out of the way, please let me know, because honestly, it is easier for me. But what we're going to do first is take a look at all the accessories, and then we'll move on to the figure. So let's do just that. We've got these hands right here. And he is equipped with the kind of weapon holding ones, so no worries on that. We'll take a look at that when we take a look at the figure. But he does come with two-fisted hands right here, and my dogs are barking in the background. Hopefully that's not too disrupting, but there you go, two-fisted hands with that kind of red armor plating on there. We'll throw that to the side. And then over here, we do have these two open hands, I would say, just kind of like hanging at the side, something like that. That's what you could do it. I apologize that my camera is not exactly zooming in and focusing too well, but you guys get the picture. You know what's going on with that. And then the final hand that we have here is honestly one that I like a lot. This is kind of like a directional hand. So you could have a gun in one hand, and then he's kind of pointing like that way, you know, go that way, squad, with this hand a lot. I do like that. Adds some versatility to when you're posing your figures. Very, very cool. And next here, we do have two weapons. This is going to be the what is it? The CQB Bulldog. So this is basically the shotgun for the Halo Infinite series. And I really want to see if this will focus. For some reason it's not. There we go. But there you have it. Drum magazine. It's got a foregrip right there. Pretty awesome, I do have to say, although it's just unfocused. It's driving me crazy. A lot of detail in there, and I like the chamber that's open there. You can kind of throw shells in there if you were to have them. So that's the Bulldog. And the next one we have here is going to be, oh, what is the name of this gun? You know what? Let me look at the box. Let's see. Let's find it together. I think it's the Disruptor. Yeah, the Disruptor. That's what it is. This is going to be the Disruptor. This is kind of like a energy revolver in the game, and this is one of my favorite weapons in the game. I absolutely love this gun, and I'm very glad to now have it in my collection. Super cool. So there's that. Some great weapons, great accessories, all that stuff right there is super cool. Let's take a look at the figure itself, and the first thing that comes to mind, aside from the fact that it is a little loose, which is kind of typical with these figures, although this one is probably the loosest I've ever had. I mean, look at that. That's really crazy. Is the weathering on this figure. You can see kind of right there, there's like scratch marks and a little bit of damage all over, and that adds to the realism of this figure, the fact that he's kind of been in battle before. Let's get a good focus on here though, and we'll take a nice look of the whole body. He is, of course, wearing the Mark IV armor. A really great armor, I do have to say. Pretty sweet. I use it in game a lot, and I love that that visor is reflective as well. You guys can see yourselves in that reflection. He has this really cool, what do you call it, this kind of visor thing here, and I'm pretty sure that this isn't equipped with the normal helmet. This is kind of like an accessory that you can add on in the game. I could be wrong about that, though. I'm not exactly well versed in my Spartan armor, but the pauldrons do match. That is very, very cool. And then he has these little accessory places where you can flip that around or whatever and throw an accessory on there, stick your gun to the side, something like that, but really cool. And I gotta say, the standout with this figure is the weathering, is the damage. It kind of takes away from that, you know, bland red that comes with the figure. Super cool. And then I love right there, it's kind of got that silver on the chin. Adds a little bit of versatility and uniqueness to this figure. But guys, I'm not even sure what else to say about it. One thing I can notice is there is some gray here that kind of takes away from the monotonous black all over the figure, and that's really cool. But the biggest downside is, of course, going to be the looseness in those legs, but I pose my figures, so it's not really going to be that big of a deal. I'm not really playing with them too much, but overall, very awesome. And I guess one last thing that I should show is how the weapons hold in their hands, and we'll just do that with the Disruptor. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. That looks absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait to add this to my other collection of Halo figures. If you are curious as to what that looks like, just check the thumbnail. Usually my thumbnails for Halo figures, I will have that in the background. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do apologize for the kind of abbreviated version, but I think that it worked out well. And as always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.